U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth recently made clear that Washington does not seek conflict with China, a significant shift that signals the White House is looking for more ways to coexist. Amid trade tensions and geopolitical rivalry, Dr. Benjamin Barton of the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, dissects the latest developments in U.S. China relations and where they may be heading.
The first administration, it was a lot more, I would say, aggressive, pushing China on different fronts, including the trade war back then. And also, I think the US was a lot more active in the region under Trump. This time around, there seems to be somewhat odd differences in the sense that, of course, Trump is not going to show himself to be weak on China because part of his base, the MAGA base, wants him to be tough on China. Congress is tough on China. But between the way that the US backed down in the tariff escalation and between some of Trump's rhetoric on, let's say, the commemoration of World War II recently in Beijing on that particular conference there, Trump was full of praise for China. I think that, and also that I think the general disinterest as to what's happening in the Indo-Pacific, which in the first administration was really a big part of Trump's foreign policy agenda, now doesn't really seem to have as much kind of motion and traction to it. That indeed we should be reading between the lines that the stance on China has, I think, softened to a certain extent. I think Trump is looking for other things from China this time around, and more towards the legitimization of his own rule in the US. So that's how I think we should interpret the developments.
Looking ahead, Benjamin expects ties to improve, though some areas will remain key flashpoints.
Across certain sectors, notably if you look at tech, the US and China are rivals and they see each other like that, and that's not going to discontinue. If you look at this, the sanctions, which started under the first Trump administration, they carried over during Biden's term as president, and then Trump has, of course, continued and enhanced the scope of sanctions as well. So, of course, there's the ongoing rivalry. It's there. But as a general rule, I think Trump is going to go easy on China, and he's going to allow China a free pass. I mean, again, drawing comparisons between the two terms. In the first time, there was so much going on Hong Kong, on the treatment of the Uyghur Muslim minority in Xinjiang province. It wasn't just about imposing sanctions on Huawei or ZTE. It was all-encompassing. It was really a sense of containment on China. I don't see that now.